Braveheart, right? How do you see that? You haven't seen Braveheart? See it with Mel Gibson. Just like the movie Patriot with Mel Gibson, folks. You were meant to be a free man and woman. Why would you continue to allow yourself to remain a slave when you can be free if you simply choose to turn key with Freedom Law School and be free, right? And then step 6 is if you have the spirit of the America's Founding Fathers, you may join our Founding Fathers program, Restore Freedom Plan, and get 100% guarantee that you've been completely backed up and not lose to the IRS at all with guarantee if that is what you want to do. It's available, and please tell your family members, friends, co-workers, people who go to church about the truth, about the law that you've been just educated with Freedom Law School, and take back America, our freedoms, our family, okay? Spread love and truth, okay? Now, I'm going to give you as a bonus. If you don't want to do a zero return and you don't want to have to file that zero return to get the money back from the IRS, the solution is easy. Stop the income tax withholding from your paycheck legally and safely. You must go study step 1 through 5 and do step 5. Write your lawmakers. That's critical that you write your lawmakers these petitions that we have available for free. It's your fundamental right to tell these people in the government to enforce the law on the IRS, the DOJ, even crooked judges who want to protect this communist system that's been imposed on American people. Okay? So here, what you do is very simple. Let's look at our screen. You go on there on freedomlawschool.org on the right. Look at that. The third item is free yourself from tax withholding. Okay? So do the petitions and then do the tax withholding. Everything here is free, brothers and sisters, okay? And so here you do it. We give you complete instructions. Stop the withholding. There's a video on there. There's also instruction in detail and sample form for you to use. That way, you will not be to resort to a zero return to get the money back. You stop the income tax withholding from the get-go. At this point, to get the Social Security money back, we don't have a good method for that right now. Sorry. But the income withholding, we can stop from the get-go. Keep it. Fight inflation. Catch up with your food bill. Catch up with your credit cards. Have more money to, for rent and housing and good food, everything you need, folks. It's your money, not them. Not the crooks in government. So, all you gotta do is, as you drive to and from work, okay, or wherever you go, errands or work out or do gardening, put our videos at freedomlawschool.org on your smartphone. Let it play in your car as you drive, safely watch the road, listen, and educate yourself to be free. Then, when you go to work, okay, at lunch or dinner, put your smartphone or personal computer up. Once again, watch it this time as you hear it and say, everything Freedom Law School says is based upon U.S. government's official legal websites and reports. So this is not some cockamamie theory about sovereign or state citizen, U.S. national, revocation of election, straw man, UCC, sovereign citizen, name the capital letters. All this nonsense is out there. It's the real enchilada. That's why I haven't gone to prison for over 30 years teaching you to be free like me. That's why they don't try to put me in prison, because they know I will beat them. They don't want that to have that victory, so they'll leave me alone. Oh, sure, I'm under investigation. For over 30 years, I've been under criminal and other investigations. Yes, it's documented. But they can't stop me, because the law is on my side and on your side. Solution is simple. Cure our ignorance. freedomlawschool.org is your opportunity to no longer be the slave of the federal government and be a free man or woman again. Make it a priority. Every time you get in that car, put our videos up from step 1 to 7 at freedomlawschool.org. Listen to them, okay? And then lunch and dinner. And pretty soon you have the confidence, like me, and be free. And have America become a free country when more of us join hands together. So with that, I give you my love, and I wish you a free, prosperous, and joyous year. Okay, let's go to your questions. I'm here for you. Every Tuesday night after the presentation, we're going to get your questions. We have several people right now waiting. Wow, let's write them all down. First caller is from area code 646. Then area code 214 caller. Then another one from area code 415. Then one from area code 858. Followed by area code 513. Then area code 305. Okay? Now, I need each of you, when it gets your turn, to give me your first name so I can call you something. And please tell me how you heard about us so you know what's working to reach out to you, the wonderful American people. And then please go ahead and ask your question. Okay? And please get your question on point quickly, because we see you got a lot of people waiting to get the questions answered. Okay? So area code 646 caller, give me your first name, how you heard about Freedom Law School, and then your question, please. Are you there? From 646 area code caller? Okay,
yes,
we don't.
Here.
There you
no
are.
Question.
Yes. What's your first name? What's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how did you hear about Freedom Law School, Daniel?
Yeah. Through a friend. Yeah.
Very good. And how may I help
Through
you,
a friend
Daniel?
shared your freedomlawschool.org. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No question. Just saw your website. Wanted to listen to the conversation. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, my friend. Let's go to the person with a question from area code 214. Caller, please give me your first name, how you heard about Freedom Law School, and then your question, please.
Yes. Hi, my name is Susan, and I found out about you online through, I think, a post on Telegram, maybe.
Online from where?
Maybe I was scrolling through Telegram. I can't quite remember, but it was online somewhere.
Okay, that's fine. And how may I help you, Susan?
Yeah, I have a question. I got a bill from the state of Virginia, and I had lived in Virginia briefly for not quite a year in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying that I owe them close to $7,000. That I didn't file my tax return with them, and I talked to Cam in your office, and he said I could bring it. I emailed him the information, and he said I could call in tonight and ask you specifically how to deal with it. He says, or he talked to you or someone that said they didn't think I owed anything.
Okay, so you sent us the paperwork already. I see 3 letters you got, which is good.
Yes.
I can go over that for you. You got first a letter from Virginia, which used to be a freedom state. I mean, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, many America's founding fathers were from Virginia. Unfortunately, now it's become dominated by the people from D.C. swamp suburbs into Virginia that have taken over that state. It's now a semi-communist state, unfortunately. So this is state income tax. They send you a letter called the Consolidated Bill Notice Immediate Action Required, September 9th, 2024. Okay? And they say that the Virginia Department of Taxation indicate that you have not paid tax assessments or filed tax returns as shown on the enclosed detailed statement of liabilities for just under $7,000, okay? And they want you to pay them right away. Okay. So what happened after this, which you did apparently, is you contacted them, and October 25th, they tell you, thank you for establishing a payment plan with us to resolve your outstanding tax plan, with the payment plan of 3 monthly payments of $50, and then one final payment of over $6,800, and then you got December 11th letter, payment arrangement coupon, December 11th, 2024. Your payment of $50 is due, they claim, on December 12th, 2024, and number 2 payment that they want you to make. Okay, so they have not given you a letter that gives you a chance to challenge the tax. So you didn't need to in any way do this, because they got to give you a chance to have a trial of the amount of tax that they claim you owe them. That's right. This is not some communist third world dictatorship. The government just comes up with an amount that says, we're going to take your stuff. No, they cannot just come take your stuff. They have to give you a right to a trial, even for taxes, even the IRS and the states. But Virginia is an aggressive state. I've seen that they're trying to, like this letter, they try to bypass all that. So don't pay them. Say, look, I want a hearing about this issue. I got some counsel. I want a hearing about this issue. Where do you get these numbers?
I said what? Wait, say that again? I didn't.
You want a hearing. You want to challenge this amount that they put on there. Okay? You want to challenge it. You don't just owe the money they claim. What if they claim you owe them $200,000 or $200 million? Would you just pay them because they said, here, you owe this money? No, you don't. You have a right to challenge them. So that's what you should do. You should send them a letter, along with a copy of the first letter. You just say, look, I don't see any here where I can challenge the tax. But this is America. I have a right to due process of law. Right to a trial or hearing of some sort. So do that, give me that, and take it from there. I do not have always a clean, specific, simple answer with the state income tax agencies, especially the ones that are more aggressive and lawless, like California and Virginia. But that's what you want to do. At least do your best. Of course, I always mention to people, your best option, if you can, is to leave this communist or semi-communist states like California, New York, and come to free-oriented states like Florida, Tennessee, Texas. Okay, if you have that option available. If not, challenge them.
I live in Texas currently. I only lived in Virginia for not quite a year.
Oh, then ignore them. Ignore them. They have no jurisdiction power whatsoever over you outside of the country of Virginia. America is not a country. We do not live in one country. We live in 50 countries or states, plus one, Washington, D.C. and its territories. So they can no more take your money in the state of Texas, the state of Virginia, any more than because of French debt, that someone can take your money in Germany or Italy. They have a union there, and we have a union here also.
What?
Okay?
What? Say that again, what?
They cannot take your money. They cannot come outside of Virginia and take your money. If you have nothing in Virginia, Virginia cannot touch you or your money.
So when I get the letter again, so just ignore them, and if I get another letter, just ignore it?
Yep, that's what I would do.
They can't get into my bank account like they're claiming that they can?
As long as you do not have a bank account with a branch or presence in Virginia, as long as you have no stock, bond, brokerage house of any kind in Virginia, as long as you have no real estate or pension or money coming to you from Virginia, they cannot touch you. If you have something there, they can potentially take that.
Okay. I don't have anything. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's now go to the call from area code 415. You're live, my friend. Give me your first name, how you heard about Freedom Law School, and then your question, please.
Hi, Mr. Peymon. My name is Jack. I heard from Freedom Law School from Stu Peter several years ago.
Very good. And how may I help you?
I sent in a letter from the state of California.
Mm-hmm.
I emailed that yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And my situation is probably very similar to the previous caller. Mm-hmm. We have stopped paying income tax in 2021 when we lived in California. Mm-hmm. We moved out of California to the state of Texas in 2022. Mm-hmm. About 2 months ago, we received a letter stating that California Franchise Tax Board did not receive a tax return from us. And we called and we took your advice and ignored it. Now, about 2 months later, they sent us another notice saying that they have a proposed amount of tax that we owe. Mm-hmm. Our question, or my question is, should we just go ahead and ignore this like the previous caller?
Absolutely, yes. You left the communist, satanist state of California. Kid that believes that a man can be a woman just because it is in his head he thinks so, or a woman can become a man because in her head she thinks so. That communist, you left them. Congratulations. Good job. They cannot touch you outside of California. Very much, Mr. As long as you have nothing, no money of any kind, like I said in California, you can just ignore them. Let them waste their ink, paper, and postage all they want. They can pound sand.
Thank you.
Okay, Jack?
Now, will they go ahead and send this to collection? If they do, how should we respond?
They have no power to collect from you outside of the country of California. Okay, you gotta understand, America is not a country. We have 50 countries. Got it? Nobody can go from China, country of China, take your money, country of Russia, or Egypt, or France, right? Because it's a different country. So is here, folks. We've been miseducated by the public fool system, the government schools. Doesn't matter the government itself or the agencies or contractors. They cannot come after you for California taxes anywhere on earth except from within California. Got it, Jack? You have nothing in California, correct? No real estate, no pension, no bank account, no brokerage house with branches over there, right?
That's correct.
Then you're good.
Awesome. Thank you so
much. Study our course called A Practical Road to Freedom from Oppressive Taxation and Control Level 1. It's available for free. I used to sell it. I used to teach it back in 1990s for $130 and $300. It's free. I teach you these things, okay? So you did the right thing. You can ignore California all you want, but educate yourself on the 7 steps on our website. Focus on that. All right, brother?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Peymon.
You're welcome. My pleasure, Jack. Okay, before we get to 858 caller, let's see who else we got. We got caller from 858-513-305, and then there's one more below that. That's 347 callers. So I'll get to all of you folks one at a time. Area code 858 caller. Okay, give me your first name, how you heard about Freedom Law School, and then your question, please.
Hey, Peymon, my name is Jonathan. Unfortunately, I'm calling from California as well. The first place, I think I heard an interview of yours was with Alex Jones on InfoWars.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my question is, just a little clarification. When I send in the petition letters to my representatives, does that prevent you from being criminally prosecuted for not filing a 1040?
Okay.
They can only come after you civilly?
It doesn't guarantee prevent them from coming after you. They could potentially come after you. But if they dumb enough to come after you, the government lawyers, they will lose the case because your petitions show your goodwill and intent to follow the law. Okay? And why would they want to expose themselves to losing a case in court when it's going to be easy for them to lose, for you to win? See, let me show you. If you go to step 5 on our website, question authority, okay, you go in there and you see in that page the petitions are there. Okay, there's a video on why you will not go to prison. Watch these videos. First, listen to them as you drive, of course. And the petitions, you go down, you see them. We put them at the bottom of the page. Here's the individual income taxes petition for a single person. I'm going to open it up for you to see. In this petition, which I want to make it bigger for you to see, we have the law quoted, okay, and listed at the end of the letter and attached, okay. At the end of the petition, we have a very important, humble language that we say this to the congressman, okay. We thank him about reading our letter, and we tell him that I am not liable to pay any federal income tax based upon the legal analysis essay that's all backed up with a copy of the law quoted and attached. And we tell the congressman, if you can show him wrong, guess what? I'll do all income taxes. I will gladly pay all taxes due and will consider such payment to be my fair share. You've been humble. You say, I want to follow the law, and I will pay it if you show me where I'm wrong. Okay, of course, as we said at the same time, if I'm right, I want you to stop the crooks in the IRS, the Department of Injustice and government judges, some of them who are, expose this conspiracy to enslave us and end this robbery of the American people. Okay? They never show you wrong. You're obviously right. So why would they take that humble letter of yours to the jury? To show your good faith of innocence. To show you only want to follow the law. They will not do that. Okay? So they will not come after you. That's what it does. Okay? But if they do come after you, excuse me, you have a great defense to beat them. All right, Jonathan?
Okay. Yeah, thank you. And I guess one more quick question. Being in California with how strict they are in tax laws, is it any more likely that would draw attention to you not filing your 1040s at all? Or does that not really matter?
California Franchise Tax Board is very likely to come after you as for California taxes, income taxes.
Correct.
Because they're very lawless and aggressive. But the IRS,
But
to them, it makes no difference whether you're in Florida, California, Texas, or New York. They are leaving non-filers alone.
okay.
Okay?
Well, thank you very much for the information.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Let's go to the 513 area code caller. Please give me your first name, my friend, how you heard about Freedom Law School, and then your question, please. Are you there?
Hey, Peymon, can you hear me?
Yes. What's your name?
Hey, this is Nate. We know each other.
Oh, yeah, Nate. I gotcha. I saw your email, but I didn't get to read it. So sorry, you have to repeat what you're going to ask me right now. Go ahead. What's on your mind, Nate?
Okay, absolutely. I hope you've been well, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll just pull up the email right now and read it. So essentially, I'm trying to help a friend stop paying both federal and state income tax, and he's in the country of New York. And I saw on your website, on your chart, that New York is an aggressive collection state, but it piggybacks off federal liability. On his employer's website, it says on the employer website, in the payroll website, that in order to check exempt from New York state income tax, you must certify that you're either under 18 or over 65. So my question, Peymon, is what is the legal trickery on why his employer website is requiring him to certify he's in that age group, whereas your website, and I believe you to be the expert, says that he can get out of New York state income tax because he doesn't know federal income tax?
I don't know. I am not an expert by memory of all the 42 states that have state income tax under withholding laws off the top of my head. Okay, that is something that, as the case comes up, for our members of Restore Freedom Plan, we'll look into that and see what's going on and handle it as best as possible.
Okay. I was just confused, and Ohio does the same thing on my employer's website, where I have to state that I am so-and-so, such and such criteria, and I just checked the box and said the heck with it, and I haven't had any problems. I haven't paid state income tax for years. So,
right.
Okay. I will go ahead and tell him that.
Sorry, I wish I had a more, better answer, but again, no one knows all these state tax laws, withholding laws memorized, and all the provisions of it. But as we get more practice with these states, we start putting this information on our website, which we plan to do as we get them all figured out what to put on our website. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Sounds good. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome, my friend. So we have 3 callers from area code 305, 347, and another one from area code 316. 305 caller, give me your first name, how you heard about Freedom Law School, and then your question, please.
Hello, Peymon. My name is David. Heard about you initially from Sue Peters' show several years ago. I've been, of course, listening to you ever since then, quite a few times.
I didn't catch your first name. Say it again, please.
David.
David. Okay, got it. Okay. Very good, David. How may I help you?
My situation is non-filer for many years, and I just turned 65. And I think I've heard one of your previous videos about this from a moral point of view, as far as requesting Social Security. But I just want to get a feel for, I've been left alone all this time. If I were to apply and request Social Security, would that be some red flags going off, and then I would start getting a bunch of letters and things from the IRS at that point?
Nope.
Would not.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope. The federal government is a very incompetent, lazy organization. The report came out recently that only 6% of federal workers actually show up to the job site and work full-time. That's across all federal agencies, such as the IRS. IRS, people showing to the work, is less than 50% of them work full-time. Not to mention, they work as slow as they want to, as little as they want to, and they don't work with each other. No, except if you're Donald Trump, some very big, important person. So don't worry about it. You're good. Anything else?
No. So just to summarize, I take Social Security and just continue not to file, and all's good.
If you want to, have you done the petitions?
I've not done anything yet. No.
Do them like yesterday. You
mean
need to do those petitions to protect yourself from criminal prosecution, at the minimum, and do your rightful thing to confront these lawmakers from ignoring you and your rights and letting you become a slave of the federal government. They're supposed to represent you. They're not doing the job. Tell them to start doing their job. Okay?
Got it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, David. My pleasure. 347 area code caller, then 316, and then we have another one from area code 808 just joined us. 347 area code caller. Give me your first name, how you heard about Freedom Law School, and then your question, please.
Peymon, brother, how you doing? My name is Rich from New York. I ran a search recently, and I came across your content, and I was drawn to it for the truth, and I thank you for all the work you're doing, my brother, for sure. In 2023, I filled out a W-4 exempt, and I filled it out exempt, and I received recently a lock-in letter saying that they was going to pretty much double up on my taxes because they're saying that I got it was like a determination letter claiming that my exempt status was not valid.
Yep. Lock-in letter is unfortunately something that the IRS can do, intimidate your employer to steal from your paycheck, ignore any withholding, minimization, or whatever you had on your job, whatever you put on there, they say ignore it and withhold as if you're single zero, even though the law does not apply to you in the first place. But the employers are just deathly afraid of the IRS. Bottom line, they just say, okay, IRS, whatever you say, we'll like our employee, but we're afraid of you more, so we do whatever you tell us, IRS. We are your slaves. So, and the IRS is doing that now because Freedom Law School, I believe, has gotten the word out to you, the American people, that if you don't file a confession form, they will leave you alone. So, because they know it costs them a lot of money to try to come after non-filers, to come and propose a tax against you, to determine a tax, to come try to collect it, it's all very expensive. They do this preemptive thing right now. A lock-in letter to your employer to lock you in forever. As long as you keep remaining working for that employer, you steal your money up front to force you to file and get maybe a little bit of that money that's stolen from your paycheck back. The best answer I got for you, short term, is leave that job. If the employer insists on following the letter, tell them, I'm leaving. I'm going to work for somebody else, or they've been a contractor, okay, or choose to stay home or retire or whatever. If you have a good paying job that's not easy for you to find a comparable paying job nearby, then you're stuck, I'm afraid, until we do our lock-in letter lawsuit in court and declare this lawmaking by the IRS illegal. They do this bunch of nonsense. There's no law by Congress written to allow the IRS to do this. They're making laws on their own, but the employers are saying to them, like, I don't know about you, but to me, IRS is God. I do whatever the IRS says. Sorry. If you want to become a member, we can maybe have you be part of the lawsuit. For minimum membership of $2,000 for your, for your 2024 and forward, and we can protect you for 2003. You didn't file as a member. If you want to choose to do that, we can be part of the lawsuit, be the first one to get this stopped. Other than that, there's no other way. I wish I could. That's why lock-in letters are specifically exempted from protection by Freedom Law School and our Restore Freedom Plan. Any other questions, Rich?
No, I just, they sent me they gave me a 30-day to respond to them, to send them all kinds of information, but I just ignoring it pretty much and then seeing what they say, and I'm gonna wait till my employer comes back to me. Maybe, hopefully, I'm just hoping that maybe it was just something they sent, and maybe they'll just leave it on the side. But if they're gonna continue on, then I guess I'll just take it from there. I guess I'll give you guys a consultation and maybe see how we can somehow do anything. But you're telling me it's pretty much a dead end on this?
Hopefully, IRS did not send your employer a letter like they're supposed to tell them to do a lock-in letter on you. Maybe that didn't happen. And maybe your employer will ignore that letter. I don't know about that. You might get lucky. But until they start taking from your paycheck, I don't know. Well, what can you do? But how many employees does your employer have? Big employer or a small one?
It's a big one. It's a big employer.
Yeah, they don't care about
the
you.
union. Yeah, that's right.
They treat you like you're a slave, So yeah. Yeah, I would. Can you leave that job, Rich, get another job that's pays you similar pay wages?
Nah, not really, but.
I'm sorry about that. But if you could, look
All
into
right,
it.
brother. I appreciate.
Or they may allow you to become an independent contractor. Can you become an independent contractor with them? Or no?
Nah, I was looking at that. Well, it's a possibility. I was looking at it in the union book to see if they. It's a possibility, but I don't know if they'll go for that. But that's definitely one avenue I can probably take.
All right, my friend.
All right, brother. I thank you so much.
You're welcome, my friend. Sorry, I didn't have a better answer for you, Rich. All right, let's go.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome, my friend. Have a great evening. We have a 316 area code caller, and then 510 area code caller, and then an 808 area code caller. So 316 area code caller, give me your first name, how you heard about Freedom Law School, and then your question, please.
Hi, Peymon. My name is Angelia. And
say it again. What's your name again? Say your name slowly again.
Angelia.
Angelia. Got it.
Yeah.
And how you heard about us?
And I heard about you on Sons of Liberty Radio Live a couple of years ago with Tim Brown.
Okay. And how may I help you?
Well, after hearing you, I stopped filing my taxes. But before that, I had, I had filed for 2021. And they're finally getting around to telling me, oh, hey, by the way, you owe us $5,629.59. And so my question, I guess, is, because I signed that return, I mean, in my eyes, since I didn't know, I guess I owe that money to them. But they won't let me pay them unless I, pay it out because I don't have that kind of money sitting around, unless I file my taxes. And then they'll work with me to get payments. I don't know what to do at this point. I filed my petitions, by the way, just so you know.
Good. So you filed for 22, claiming you owe the IRS money, and they don't let you pay them? I don't understand. Does not make no sense. What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, it says that I can, set up a payment plan with them if I'm current on my filing obligations.
Oh, you want to get a deal or a break, and to give you a break, potentially, they want you to be a good little slave and file tax confession forms confessing under oath that you owe the IRS more money. So don't do that. But because you're afraid that the IRS will come, whoa, take your money. No, they don't. Even when you file, they a lot of times leave you alone, okay? And the money that you paid the crooks, save it. If and when they come after you, you can pay them off, okay? They're not a machine. Satan would just come, take you, strike you dead like that. It doesn't work like that. Okay?
Okay.
You don't need to ask them for a break.
All right. Well,
how much you confessed on 2022 to owe them? How much was it about? 5,000, 50,000? How much?
Yeah. Yeah, they say I owe them $5,600, and I'm like, I'm going to file just so that I can get a deal from the IRS. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I was kind of wondering, how to if I don't pay them, and I'm not going to file to get a deal. Do you think they'll actually come after me for $5,600?
No. Okay. Very unlikely. Too small.
Okay.
Sorry to tell you, Angelina. Yeah. You know what? You're important to your family and friends that love you, but guess what? To the IRS, you're just an ant sheep. You know what? You're dealing with hundreds of millions of ant sheep corporations, people. $5,600 is nothing for them. Okay? So sorry. You're not that important as you think you are to them. They don't care about you. You're just a little thing. You're not even worth the hassle. Okay.
It does put me in a little bit of a dilemma because I can't file, for whatever reason, I'm in the state of Oklahoma, and I work for, on a contract with, the state of Oklahoma. So, unfortunately, they said that as part of my job contract, I have to pay my taxes, my state taxes. Well, okay, fine, whatever. I'm okay with, because I live in the country of Oklahoma, right? But I can't find out how to file without filing, federal too. And I'm like, so now I got to fight with my employer, which is the state of Oklahoma. So that will be fun. But sorry, just wanted to vent. And thank you for giving this information to folks. I haven't signed up with Freedom Law School or anything, and I might in the future, whenever I have more money to do so. But I did follow you have everything laid out on your website, really, really nice. And so I did follow that and file my petitions and such. So I appreciate you sharing that information with all of us.
You're welcome, Angela. Listen, that contract about you having to file to keep the job, I need to see that contract, what it exactly says or does not say. The wording is very important, okay? Because Oklahoma is one of those states that does follow the federal law. Okay, if you want, you could pay Oklahoma state income tax, take the federal return, put the numbers in, figure out how much you would have owed the IRS if you were from Washington, D.C., take that number, put in Oklahoma state tax form, and do the Oklahoma form, finish up the numbers, how much you owe the state of Oklahoma. If you want, you can pay that, file and pay that Oklahoma, but not federal. Don't file
right.
the IRS.
No, because they already take it out of my check anyway. So if they've already taken out, why should I have to file? They're already stealing out of my check off the top anyway.
Duh. Because they want you to be a slave. It's about control and money both. If they don't get you as a slave to self-control yourself, to be a slave voluntarily, one of these days you just might escape. So it's important that they brainwash you to be a slave on your own honor system. Be a slave. You put the rope around your neck and hand it to IRS slave, because so we can potentially pull it by confessing that you owe the IRS money. Every year you do that, you willingness, as the slaves say, yes, master. Under oath, I declare, this is how much I owe you, my fare or of slavery taxes to you, master. I'll do that every year, honorably and honestly, master, to be your slave. That's what they want you to do that. Got it? It's about controlling
so they can turn around and give it to everybody else in the world except for the United States of America. So, which, like you said, we're not a country, we're a corporation. So
no, we're not. No, we are 50 countries plus one. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I've got to get all this straight in my mind because, you get to a certain age, like I'm 51 years old, and all your life you're told one thing, so it's hard to kind of wrap your mind around, real stuff, the real truth.
Yep. Took us a long time to figure out how we've been lied to. But better late than never. Congratulations, Angelia. Okay.
Well, thank you again for your time. I appreciate it. You take care.
My pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. We have area code 5, an old caller from California. A lot of California calls tonight, guys. Okay. My friend, give us your first name, how you heard about Freedom Law School, and then your question, please.
Is this the 872 number?
No, but you're live. What's your name?
Oh, this is Andrew, and I heard through Lindell TV.
Where?
And my question is...
Where did you hear us?
From where?
Where?
Lindell TV. Lindell.
Oh, Mike Lindell. Okay, got
Lindell
it.
Network.
Okay,
yeah.
Very good.
Mike Lindell.
All right.
So the question is, I already filed my petition papers to the Congress, senators, and the congressmen.
Mm-hmm.
If I leave the state and move to another state, another country, do I have to file again for those representatives there?
Nope. Any other questions?
So I can always refer wherever I go to live. I can always refer back to the previous state's.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, your petition are due one time, and it's good for the rest of your life. That's why I tell you, people, do the free petitions on our website. Write your congressmen, write your federal lawmakers, confront them about the income tax fraud and a hoax of the American people. And you do that, you keep the certified slip that you mail to them and a copy of your signed petition. Keep that physically and scan it on your computer, both. That way you have it for the rest of your life as proof of your good intent to want to follow the law, and you want your congressman to follow the law and enforce the law on the IRS, Department of Injustice lawyer, and some double crooked judges who are deliberately and knowingly ignore the law to make you a slave. All right? Any questions, Andrew?
That's all I have for now.
Very good,
Thank
my
you.
friend. Thank you for a very good question. We have a call from Hawaii. It looks like area code 808. You're live, my friend. Please give me your first name, how you heard about Freedom Law School, and then your question, please.
Hi, Peymon. My name is Romello, and I heard of Freedom Law School in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. And I'm a United States citizen, but a Mexican resident at the moment. So my question that I have for you is, so I'm in crypto, and been just trying to prepare for when I decide to sell some of my investments, and just by doing some research, a lot of CPAs will recommend that you open up an LLC or you create a business entity. But after going through the 7 steps through Freedom Law School, is that still necessary? Because
No.
it doesn't seem like it would really apply.
Nope.
Like I could still just do a thing in my name.
Yeah, that's fine. If you are
Okay.
older, if you have a wife, children, grandchildren, you have some assets, yes, estate planning is a wise thing, because you don't want to die and then the government takes it, because they have to create a probate to see, court case to see who should take your stuff, who should inherit your stuff. So you have anything to give to other people, do estate planning. If you have a business, you may need to do some business planning, LLCs, corporations, trusts, whatever. But otherwise, no, you don't need to do any of those entities. You're fine by yourself as you are.
Okay, thank you. And then, as far as another thing I was kind of getting into, but I kind of put a pause to it once I found Freedom Law School, because it kind of threw a curveball into all of my programming. Was someone that I was following, was kind of mentoring me a little bit, was recommending that I created an offshore LLC, an offshore company, to have offshore bank accounts to put some of my assets there. But then that after going through the 7 steps, it also feels like that's not even necessary to go through that hassle. The whole point of it is to try to avoid taxes or anything like that if the taxes don't apply to me. So is that just not even necessary as well?
Exactly.
Because I kept running into this huge FACTA problem with trying to open up offshore bank accounts, and it just kind of seems like it's not necessary.
But yeah, that's right. You don't need it at all. You're fine the way you are.
Okay, so is creating an LLC in general a good idea still, or is that still not even necessary anymore? Do you want to create a business?
If you need it, why? Are you a millionaire? How much you make a year?
I'm not a million. No, I'm not a millionaire.
How much you make a year?
Well, at the moment, not much. I'm just a retired veteran that's just been investing, my pension into crypto and stuff. So, hopefully at the end of this year I'm a millionaire, but at the moment I'm not.
No, you don't need any of that stuff, my friend. You don't need any of those entities. Okay, why waste your money, thousands of dollars, when you live only on a pension as a veteran? Come on. The people just trying to sell you products to make money. They think it helps you, but they don't know what Freedom Law School has been teaching. You don't need these things. You are never a slave to begin with. What's missing is people understanding that for themselves, because they were not shown the law as we teach you for free on our website, freedomlawschool.org. Any other questions?
Okay. And then, yeah, my last question, Peymon, was, in the off chance that, my investments do good and I need to off-ramp big sums of money into a centralized exchange to then deposit that into my bank account. Could I run into any problems there, you think, with my bank and or anything like that? Is that anything that Freedom Law School could help me with as well?
If you join now, before problems comes, yes, you join our Restore Freedom Plan, and I'll be protected from any and all problems that may come up.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you, Peymon. Thanks for everything that you do. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. My pleasure, Robello. Okay, we have one more caller, looks like from area code 305. Okay, so with a prefix of 905. Folks, we're almost done with the questions. If you have a question, it's a good time to add yourself to the list. The numbers on the screen is 424-552-1299, extension 1. Okay. Again, numbers 424-552-1299, extension 1. You pull it on your phone, and we'll get you connected to get your question answered. We're going to go right now to the 3005 area code caller. Give me your first name, my friend. I heard about us, and then your question, please.
Yes, good afternoon. Yes, is this the 305 number?
Yes.
Okay, yes, good afternoon, sir. My name is Derek. I initially became aware of you when you were on the Laura Loomer show back in April. And after several months of digesting your information, I finally became a member in September. My petitions have already been submitted on your behalf, on behalf of the organization. But my only concern is this. You have stated that the IRS is pretty much not coming after the non-filers. But the understanding that I'm getting based on what you have shared with us today is that the only thing that is undefensible is the larking letter. If the IRS submits a larking letter to our employers. So what's the probability of the IRS submitting a larking letter? Because this is going to be my first year as a non-filer. I have filed all my life for the past, 25 years. So this is going to be my first year as a non-filer. So what's the probability of the IRS targeting non-filers to submit the larking letter to the employer? Because you're basically saying that that's undefensible. The only option that I'm going to have is to basically just leave my job and go find something else.
All right. Derek, what are the chances of you dying in a car accident this year?
Who knows?
Same here. Who knows? Every year over 50,000 Americans die of a car accident. Hundreds of thousands are seriously hurt. But yet you go out there, get in the car, knowing that you could be one of those people that gets seriously injured or dies. So you don't stop living just because you may get seriously hurt in a car accident or die. You go on. Same thing here. It is what it is. Who knows? It's a secret formula IRS uses, how many people they come after or not every year as a non-filer. It's more this year than ever. I know that because we get the word out, folks. The good news is I think you're waking up. They know it. They know you're stopping safe, so do it anyways. And let's see what happens. Okay? Don't be pessimistic. Don't be negative. Just go on with life and let things take the course. Okay? See where it goes. We play it one at a time. But I don't have exact, simple, easy answers always. Not with locking letters. But you may not get one after all. Okay?
Okay, I understand. How do you spell that anyways? Locking letter, how do you spell that?
LOCK-IN. Lock in.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome, my friend. My pleasure. Well, looks like we got everybody's questions answered tonight. So thank you for being with me, brothers and sisters. I'm not going to be so focused on doing seminars across the country this year as I have been, because we're reaching so many more people online, and we're focusing more people to interview Freedom Law School on different platforms with a lot of big audiences. So if you know somebody who has a big audience that wants to help America be free, if they're curious about taxes, tell them about Freedom Law School, okay? Tell them the founder has not filed and paid openly IRS any income or payroll taxes for over 30 years. Been teaching Americans to do the same thing. And not only, he's never been to prison, none of his students who came to him clean ever gone to prison or had their money stolen by the IRS as a levy or property, home or business, anything taken at all. And it's not like IRS doesn't know him. I've been under criminal and other investigations by the IRS for over 30 years, at least 3 separate criminal investigations I've been under. Go ahead. IRS, go investigate me all you want. Please, go pound more sand. Look, isn't there? Just like Trump-Russia conspiracy. Look for evidence of Trump being in collusion with Russia. Look all you want. It's not there. Same thing with me. I do not have to file income tax, and neither do American people in the 50 states. So people, don't be afraid, okay? The way you get your confidence back about the IRS is you educate yourself. Like the movie Matrix. Remember Neo in the movie Matrix? He's plugged in, and after he's programmed with the truth, and after some time, half hour, wakes up and says, I know Kung Fu. And he goes out and does Kung Fu, okay, with Morpheus, right? You want to be like that? You can. But you got to plug yourself in with our website, freedomlawschool.org. You drive to and from work, work out, wash dishes, any passive activity, listen to our videos. Then over lunch and dinner, breakfast, when you're eating, put it up again. This time watch and listen, and you're going to say, oh yeah, IRS is no problem. Why should I be a slave? I was not meant to be a slave. I was meant to be free, and I want to be free, and I will be free with confidence. So go to freedomlawschool.org, do your homework, and tell your family members, your spouse, children, brothers, sisters, parents about us. Co-workers, your friends, people you go to church, tell them about Freedom Law School. Will many of them be afraid and say, oh no, you're a conspiracy theorist. Oh, you're crazy. Or you're going to be a martyr. Whatever. Let them do that. But there's a distinct minority that says, really? That sounds interesting. I've heard about that. I'm curious about that. That's something I would be interested in looking into more. But you don't know their attitude until you open up your mouth and love them and tell them about Freedom Law School. Text them, email them, put them on Facebook and social media. Okay? Call us. We'll give you free our Restore Freedom brochures that show us why no law requires 99% of Americans to file and pay income and payroll taxes. Okay? And we'll pay you for people joining our Restore Freedom plan. Here you put your name and phone number or your private number we give you put on there. When they join, we'll gladly pay you cash and crypto. Could be in thousands or millions, depending on how many people join and how rich they may be. The richer they are, the more the membership is, the more you get paid. So it's a total all-around win-win where we get our country, America, back. So with that, I gave you my love. Wish you all truth, freedom. Oh, we got one more question? Oh, man. I would just say nice goodbye. All right. You have to wait now to ask your question. I was almost done. All right. Call for Miracle 214. Call earlier next time, okay? I would just make the finale for that. 214, you could call her. Give me your first name. How you heard about Freedom Law School. And then your question, please.
Hi, my name is Sue, and I have a question. I'm sorry, I saw Freedom Law School on Instagram, I think it was, and I've gone through all 7 of your videos and learned an amazing amount. I have a question because of my career, I testify regularly in courts and depositions, and it doesn't happen often, but on occasion, the opposing counsel will ask me about my income and about my paying taxes. When was the last time you paid taxes? How much do you make a year? And I think more than anything, I'm asking you as an attorney, what would be the wisest answer to, or, among the wisest answers to give them, since I am not currently paying taxes. I'm on a payment plan from years ago, but I have not paid taxes since 2020.
Okay, well, first tell them the truth, number one, always, because at a deposition or court, you're under oath to tell the truth. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, depending on how they ask a question, how they word the question will make a difference. Okay? They ask you how much you make, tell them how much you make. No problem with that at all. They say you pay your taxes. Yes, I do. I pay all the taxes I legally owe also. Okay? I pay sales tax, gas tax. Okay? If if I buy alcohol, I pay alcohol taxes. Okay, on the wine I buy. So, so depends on the question. I don't think they ask you if you file and pay federal income taxes. Anyway, the answer is none of your business. Also, you can object on the grounds of Fifth Amendment. Objection to question that could be used against you. You could do those things also. So I don't have an exact answer to your question because it depends on the context of the deposition. If you're a witness, usually that is none of their business. How does taxes be relevant to that? Just like, do you send your children to private school? I have to answer that question. No, you don't. Do you go to this church or the other church? None of your business. How many times did you kiss your spouse last month? None of your business. Why is that relevant? Just because they ask a question, it does not mean that you have to answer. So without doing more about your context, Jolene, that's the best answer I could give you. What do you do for a living, Sue?
Okay, no.
Are you medical? Are you the doctor, or what kind of expert are you? Sounds like you're an expert of some kind.
Yes, I'm an expert in forensic document examination.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I could give you more accurate answers, maybe perhaps privately, maybe in a private consultation. But other than that, I hope my answer be a little bit helpful to you.
No, that was. I appreciate that. You gave me a couple of ideas or a couple of statements that I can incorporate. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Okay. Very good, Sue. You take care of yourself. Have yourself a great evening. With that, everybody, I give you all my love and wish you freedom and wisdom. You got the key just like Sue did. She's obviously an intelligent person, educated, and she educated herself. One of the first things she said was, I went through 7 steps. Because Sue wants to be free. Do you want to be free? Just take a little time. That's all it takes. And the time is your dead time driving in the car. Heaven's sakes, you all drive in a car, 10, 20 an hour a day, minutes a day? All of you get in the car every day. Right there, put your smartphone first thing. You get a call, take the call, no problem if you have to, okay? But after the call is done, get back to listening, okay? That way you can be free and prosperous, full of joy and peace and happiness in your life. So thank you for being with Freedom Law School. Tell someone else about us. I'll be back with you next Tuesday night.